Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil, and yes, I know what you're thinking. That does look like melted cheese. This is exactly why everyone wanted to get into Mordor, is because they had the last known reservoir of melted cheese. Anyway, hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil. Welcome back to another Age of the Ring cast. This is a 2v2v2, because we couldn't decide on fair teams for a 3v3, and this game was like a week ago. Maybe? I don't know, I can't really remember how it goes, so my infamously poor memory is going to play a huge part in this. So anyway, 3v2v2, as I said, featuring myself as the mighty Dol Guldur. Okay, someone just followed me on Twitch, thank you for that. And then, my teammate, Mr. Piggy, the winner of the Sons of Durin Championship, playing as the mighty Rohan. And facing off is Mystero, i.e. Zaid, as Misty Mountains. And he's also got a Misty Mountains, and that's Videra. People who play 202 a lot will know about Videra. He's quite prominent on there. And then also facing us is Lucas as Erebor. He always manages to chime in. He's getting better though. He's learning, he's practicing, and he's sticking at it. And his partner in crime is the ladies loving Big Cam Dam. Thank you, man. Cammy Fries. So it's actually a double goblins and a Dol Guldur mirror, so pretty interesting. Now, Cammy, like a little slut, is rushing out the Spire of Sorcery. And this is like, I don't know, this is a bit controversial, because I mean, I haven't officially announced it yet, but everyone on Twitch knows, and everyone on the John Doe Discord knows that I do plan on hosting a Age of the Ring tournament very soon. And it's just sort of working out the kinks and the format and whether we should have faction bans, things like that. But another thing, because we obviously want balance. So another thing is about OP stuff like the Harbingers of Shadow. And, I mean, that's what Cammy's rushing out. I mean, look, the game's just started. He's got 3 mills, Spire of Sorcery, and he's able to get Harbingers of Shadow. You can actually do this on a 1v1. It is viable. And they are incredibly strong and have really good passes. So when it comes to the tournament, I think I'm going to have to put in a separate rule where you can't... I think you have to wait at least 15 minutes before you can make these guys. And if people play with the timer enabled, that shouldn't be that hard. So yeah, it's just working out all the kinks, but I'll try and get an official announcement for you guys later. So anyway, here I am. I'm starting off with the Orc Hunters, because I know there's cave trolls on this map, and I want to secure the cave troll. I did actually manage to stealth cap it with Thrain. That was actually a nice tip that Samwise Jenkins gave me. That Thrain with his stealth can actually stealth cap outposts from Cave Troll there. It's really useful, actually. But yeah, then I see Cammy's Russian Harbingers of Shadow, and I don't know what to do. Because these guys are just going to have him... These guys are just going to just tear him limb from limb. Thrain is already dead. They're level 2. They've got the armor debuff. Once they hit level 3, they can actually summon wraiths around my structures, so that's nice. My teammate, Mr. Piggy... really solid player, actually. Obviously won that tournament, but just a real solid player in 202 generally. He had some Riders of the Mark and some Yeoman Archers. And these guys are resistant to trample. And, so yeah, these aren't really the best counter. But with the Archers, and just if we can just sort of overwhelm him with sheer numbers, then we can get through these Harbingers. But already, you can see why I kind of... and thinking about preventing people from rushing them in a tournament, because, I mean, look how strong they are. Without Piggy covering me here, there is no way I'd be able to withstand him. He could have easily just gone through all my resource buildings and just completely fucked me. This has to be Cammy's strand, because mine is 6 feet under at the moment. And there's another Harbinger of Shadow here. I think really the answer is Archers, and then just harassing with another unit here. But even then, they're tanky enough to just sort of take out loads of resource buildings. I'm not quite sure. He started. Cammy kind of stopped going for the resource buildings though, and I don't know. It's not really the smartest idea to try and chase Cav because, well, they're faster than them. Anyway, I upgraded the Orc Pit. I got the Ravagers out because Ravagers are actually a great counter to Harbingers. They're cheaper. You can get more of them, and I mean, stat-wise, I think Harbingers just edge out Ravagers, but Ravagers en masse will definitely beat Harbingers. So anyway, managed to somehow recover from that. Honestly, without Mr. Piggy, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But that was a pretty severe blow for Cammy because they are expensive. They're 750 each, and I think he made 2 or 3. So now that they're dead and he wasn't able to get that much out of it, his eco is taking a pretty minor blow. Anyway, Zaid with his... what has he got? He's got 2 Goblin Caves, 2 Mountain Lodges. So he's kind of got like a mix of all the Goblin units. In these sort of setups, I don't think the Goblin Harass... Unless both Misty Mountains players decided to make Moria Screeches, I don't think the Harass would work. Because like, in a 1v1, yeah, you overwhelm with numbers. But in like a 2v2 or whatever, you need both of you to overwhelm in numbers to make it work. Let's see, he's got Muzgash coming out. Wait, there's another... Oh, it's Roak, I'm saying. I was seeing a Dwarf Hero on the map, and I was like, what the hell is that? He's gone with Roak. He has the Summon Iron Hills, and he hasn't done it. They're fully upgraded, they would actually kill a lot of these. But fighting in the Frozen Ice obviously gives them leadership. And even Men of Dale Archers can't really do anything about it. Grimhammers are coming out. I think Grimhammers need to be a little bit cheaper, honestly. I think 400 is your best bet. If you look at Black Urks, you look at Dale Swordsman. I know these guys do splash damage, but like... They're not... I don't know. I feel like they need to be a little bit tankier to warrant 450. Anyway, I'm counterattacking here. I'm really annoyed because I hate Harbinger spam. Everyone knows it. So I decided to just push ahead with nothing but Orc Archers and Ravagers. I got a lot of Ravagers at the moment. And even the mighty Crimple, I mean, we know how good Crimple is. But, I mean, Ravagers are just an amazing unit. 2 Ravagers can kill a low-level hero. And, with these Archers providing covering fire, I was actually pretty confident. And I think Crimple is... I think I just get the Archers on him, and there he goes. So Cammy's suffered... Cammy's not getting any help from his teammate, although Lucas is under attack from the Goblins. I didn't actually realize the Misty Mountains were double-teaming him. It's a bit unfortunate. What's this beacon for? Oh, okay. Mr. Piggy's got Riders of Snowborn coming out. He's going across the molten cheese. He's got Halfirion. And he's making his push. So obviously these Ravagers, they do bonus... No, I think they're resistant to knockback, but they heal on structure damage. No, they do knockback damage, and they regain health against structures. That's it. Okay. So yeah, I lost like maybe 2 Ravagers. But so long as I have 1, that's all we need to destroy an Orc pit. I've got 3 Orc Hunters here, just providing cover fire. And more Ravagers on the way. So if we scroll through these, I don't really like to scroll through them on like more than 4-player maps, because it's just a lot to go through. But if we can just get to it. Yeah, Cammy's on 65. Oh no, maybe that's me. I need to bring back the list, because I don't know which one is which. Yeah, 475 is probably Cammy, but he's still got 1500 in the bank. But his second barracks is going down. There's not much he can do about it. If Lucas wasn't being attacked, he could have maybe come to his aid. Dayless Archers would have definitely put a dent in my Ravagers. But yeah, as I said, just Cammy burned through all of his cash so quickly. Nothing he can really do here. Anyway, my Crimple is coming out. Really useful. And most of those are Riders of the Mob, but there are some Riders of Snowball in there. You know what to do. Okay. So I got 3 Ravagers here and a Crimple. 4th Ravager on the way. 2nd Orc Pit out. This one's still only level 1. This one's level 2. This is where I'm getting all my Ravagers from. 600 seems way too cheap. If they cranked it up to 650, just that extra 50, I think that would actually be a decent balance for them. It may not seem like a much, but they obviously they accrue. They build up. It all adds up in the end, basically. So with Crimple here and with these 3 Ravagers with their innate tankiness, I'm thinking, you know what? Might just be enough to take down the fortress. Might just be enough. I think this is actually his Crimple. Yep, that's definitely his Crimple. I mean, he must have spent the last of his money getting Crimple and Thrain in typical Camdown fashion. So yeah, the fortress is going down here. Let's switch over here now. Zaid's making another push. Both of the Goblin players have Oh, whoa. I see loads of people going for Goldfimble now. Goldfimble without wargs is still a bit weird. But I guess he does get a summon at level 3, which is pretty good. And Muzgash is always the obvious choice because he gets Scavenger built in at level 1. Anyway, somehow Piggy got enough money for all those Riders of Snowborn and Theoden. And I'm pretty sure Aeom is coming out too. But Riders of Snowborn, really strong cavalry, a great counter to Misty Mountains. Even with these pikes. I mean, I think he might have to be careful because there's more than one there. But for the bulk of the Goblin army, these Riders of Snowborn are just going to do it really well. So the Fortress for Cammy goes down. The power of Ravagers. I really feel sorry for Cammy. But on the other hand, he did use Harbingers. He was a bit unlucky, let's be fair. He was a bit unlucky. Anyway, Lucas is all that's left of this team. He's got the Men of Dale Archers. I do get the Summon Wolves. And just flank around. And these are elite archers. Yet the Wolves do half health. The Wolves do respectable damage to them. I'm actually quite proud of this summon. Anyway, and the Ravagers getting in close. Doing well. I wanted to take out Lucas quickly here. Because I'm on the front foot. I've got a strong army. And the double goblins, I can see on the map this blue splurge pouring out here. And it is worrying me because Piggy, for the most part, was being double teamed. Maybe 1.5 teamed. Videra's army wasn't that big. So I really wanted to just get Lucas done and dusted. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that, so I decided to retreat. Because the last thing I wanted is my teammate going down. Zaid went for the Goblin Town upgrade. So you can get Goblin Towners, which I think they only cost 30. Yeah, they only cost 30. He's got 4 Goblin Caves, and they have Scavenger built in level 1. So you can make... I mean, you make your money back and then some with Goblin Towners. They are just... There's a reason why you have to get the Goblin Town upgrade before you can get them, because the spam is just so much better than the regular Goblin Screecher spam. Anyway, the good thing about playing Doggle is that when you have Ravagers, it gives you so much confidence that you're going to win every engagement. So here I am, a little weak from fighting Cammy and Lucas. Muzgash has done the buff, but do I care? No, we're just going to keep cutting through him. An epic duel here between Crimple and Muzgash. And the headbutt, is he going to get? Oh, and the archers just get on. Those archers are real useful. It really makes a difference when you mix up your army and not just have nothing but Ravagers. The archers, I mean, they're not the best, and they do deteriorate, obviously. But they do, I mean, they make a difference. They do okay. So, unfortunately, we don't have any AoE here, but look at that amazing clump. If we were Rivendell and we had the tornado, oh, they'd all be dead. They'd all be dead so quickly. So anyway, Aomir comes out with that Scavenger, Theoden with the leadership. That's pretty much how you want to play Rohan in a 2v2 setup here. You just want to get those strong heroes out to just support your ally. Let's have a look here. The tier 2 buildings coming out. Everyone's eco was pretty good. Everyone hit their max CP pretty quickly because it was quite low because of how many players are in the game. There's a worm coming out. Is this the summon worm? It is the summon worm. I see more and more Misty Mountains players using this. It's really good in the early game. It is a free summon once you get the upgrade, obviously. But it just shreks on armored units, and it's such a good counter to, like, Bounder spam, or basically any early game spam. It's just a real good counter to. It's not cheap, but, I mean, it is useful. And you can summon it pretty far away from your fortress, and it's got a decent timer. It's not that long. It's decent. And he was able to get some value out of it. Anyway, this must be me, because I got the spawn of... I got the wolf summon. Goldfimble's still level 1. I'm not really sure what he was doing here. I think he lost track. He could have easily got out. And Goldfimble just got cut down. You know what? He lasted longer than I thought he would against all those Ravagers. And it was so annoying because there were 2 Misty Mountains. So I killed one Goldfimble, and there's a fucking another one right on my doorstep. Anyway, Frozen Lands come in, Wolf Summon comes in, Crimple Summon comes in, so much stuff coming in. Piggy actually made the Rohirrim Archers, which I don't think I've ever... I must have made them in the Rohan Showcase. Like, I must have done. I must have, like, presumably I make everything in the Showcase. But it's been a very long time since I've made Rohan Archers, honestly. And I thought I saw a rock there. Oh, that's right. I got the Entwives. I built a Fountain of Corruption here because I was getting ready to assault Lucas. But these goblins kept attacking. I had to keep coming back. Who are these? Oh, Vidira got the Gundabad Berserkers out already. These are the best... I mean, outside of their heroic infantry. These are like the best infantry that Misty Mountains get, so... Yeah, they're pretty damn tanky. I don't know... I mean, they must count as pike units, so they must be at a little disadvantage to swordsmen. And look at all those +1s from the AMA Trample. All those dead goblin towners. Oh, God. Anyway. The Doggle defense and the Rohan defense standing resolute presently. This is the other Goldfimble. Do I kill this one as well? I'm not really sure, honestly. Might just get him. He just gets out. Time to fight. Anyway, Necromancer comes out. I always forget to pop the Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves is such a useful summon. The wolf is actually real strong. Anyway, he's pretty clumped up here, so the Entwife, well, it doesn't do that much damage. It's still better than nothing, and also you have that knockback. I was trying to position the Necromancer here so that he could get enough, like, he could get the most units in per swing. But it was never really working for me. Anyway, I'm surprised how long that these goblins are lasting given how many Halfirian are shooting at them. Because these Halfirian, I mean, they're the elite archers for Rohan, and they do a lot of damage. And they also come with their own long shot, which is pretty cool. There's Urshak. He's like the mage unit of Goblin Town. Level 6. I never use Urshak. He dies far too quickly, and I'm not good at keeping things alive, let's be fair. Let's be honest here. So anyway, I'm going the full Camdam power route. I usually like to go for Wither, but I see more and more people go for Stitches. So here I am. The Vomit comes out as soon as it's ready. Do I get the hook off? No, I don't get the hook off. But yeah, I just felt like going for Stitches. Every time I play Doggle now, it's all about the damage. And Stitches does damage. You don't really need Wither if you've got Ravagers, let's be fair. And yeah, the Halfirians are like groove into that fireworm kill. Anyway, Lucas Lucas was able to build up. He got his Rams. They're all fairly leveled. You know, you can tell he's been using Groak to level them up. But I wasn't too bothered because the knockback from the Entwives, and if we could just kind of send Stitches in there, Stitches does meta impact with all of his attacks. He does nice AoE. And also he was fighting under... That looks like a debuff. That must be the Goblin player that's doing it. Yeah, yeah, okay. Misty Mountains came in with their own debuff. And I have Sinatra as well. Got mad love for that spider. She's actually really awesome. Anyway, I'm making Broken Rabble because I never like these jails to go to waste. But the dwarves fed me 9 power points there. Nice and juicy power points. Let's see. Goldfimble is attacking. Mystero. That's twice you've lost your Goldfimble. No. So I think... Do I start? I do make... I do start making Harbingers of Shadow. I was a full dick in this game. And I think Stitches blew up, but thankfully it doesn't do friendly fire, so there's that. Anyway, Lucas, I think, was probably running his mouth at this point, as he likes to do over nothing. So he kind of annoyed me. I think maybe it was a bait, maybe not. So I decided to just go on the offensive and just try and put him in the ground once and for all before the Goblin players mount another attack. Now the Entwives, they don't do that much damage. Their power lies in their range and their ability to be reborn through their acorns. But for damage-wise, they're not really that good. So don't think that you can just like shock and awe the enemy structures with Entwives. You need something else. Anyway, credit to Lucas, he makes the battle wagon, but doesn't really know how to use it. Gets a decent barrel off, but there's all these archers here, and I think maybe he just got stuck in the Ravagers, maybe his trample ran out, not really sure. Anyway, as we get close to the Dwarven base, as I knew it would happen, Mystero makes his move. The Horn of Hammerhand popped pretty early. None of them got feared. I'm pretty sure the radius is like here, maybe. It's definitely not that far away. That would be way too strong. Anyway, I I was hoping, I was praying that I could just take him out quickly. I leave like my siege there and the necromancer there. Pull back my archers. Piggy pulls back all of his. Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, that's nasty. Wargs come in. Wargs pop their health for a bit of damage and armor. And they ran out of trample for the level 5s. Isn't that just lucky? Anyway, Glorious Charge comes in. He's got Orcs of Mount Graham. He's got Urshak. The fortress doesn't look like it's got stonework. Maybe it does. It's kind of hard to tell with Rohan. Is this one that disables buildings? No, this is the one. Cave-in. There we go. Rebuilders had to come in. Actually, he gets it at level 3. It might be worth it for the cave-in. Azog is there too. He's half health. But he can debuff. He needs level 6 to get the 100% damage. I borrow in with Queen Sinatra. I get some Ravagers there. But it's not enough. These Orcs of Mount Graham. Oh, they do so much damage. And actually, fun fact. This Skull Throw, powerful ranged attack, that does decent damage to heroes as well. Anyway, Mr. Piggy's fort goes down. Oh no, is this the end? I'm not sure if it is. I think he gets a builder out. The Fireworm comes in, a bit late, but they do move slow. There's Elfhelm. That's Urshak dead, but the Orcs of Mount Graham, they can't do everything themselves, but you put them with an army, and they'll be alive through the end, basically. Golfimble's still alive. I don't know where Azog went. Where did Azog go? Where the hell did that Pale Orc go? There he is. No, that's a different one. This is level 7. But he's got his damage boost. 100% damage. Fucking hell, that's terrifying. Yeah, I had to pull back. I think I actually lost my Necromancer because I was so focused on the defense there. Oh no, he's not dead. I swear I lose the Necromancer. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. No, I lose the Necromancer. Sees him walking about. Yeah, boy. Anyway, I think I used the Abhorror Dread here because they're just begging for it. It's the weakest version of Abhorror Dread, but they are just Goblin Towners. So hello, Risen Dead. Welcome to Doggle We have fun and games. The tier 4 comes out. I got a lot of power points from that one move. Ravagers. Azog's got his Blade Master. He's... Oh, clever. He used the Goblin Talons as a meat shield. Was able to get away. Anyway, I've got the tier 4. Sinatra is weak. A retreat for the worm. Entwives. If we look up here... He is rebuilding his fort behind mine. But yeah, it was actually a real good push. The fact that they took down Piggy's base. I know Piggy's army wasn't in the base at the time and they had to get back. But still, it was still a really good attack. Anyway, what level is Necromancer? Level 4. Level 6, I think, yeah, we get the increased damage. Level 6. On the Abhorror Dread. Got a beacon. Oh, he's got Gundabad Trolls. There they are. So yeah, I think Misty Mountains late game is actually pretty weak. I think you really need to be patient and actually build up and actually fully upgrade everything. I think the best combination is you want all the heroes, obviously. You want Gundabad Berserkers. You want a few archers. But then I think what you want is you either want some giant bats or you want some snow trolls. And while you're fighting the enemy army, while you're having this massive engagement, your snow trolls with their massive speed, they flank around and just do all the damage. Because snow trolls don't do any damage to units anyway. I mean, they do very little damage, I should say. They're mainly for structures. So if you just bait the enemy into an attack, then you use snow trolls to hit the enemy base. Like 3 or 4 snow trolls and you get the job done. I'm not actually sold. Where are they? Yeah, on these Gundabad Berserkers, or Gundabad Stone Trolls. I'm not really sold on them, honestly. I think maybe 1 fully upgraded with the rest of your army. It will tank a few blows, but I don't know. I keep seeing people use them by themselves, and I think they need to be with an army. They're not the be-all and end-all. I know they have the price of the be-all and end-all, but yeah, you need to use it. Anyway, we go on the offensive again to take down Lucas, and I think I'm sick of it. I'm sick of his little Ram Riders hitting me, because he was hitting all my resource buildings up here. So we go for the final attack. Oil Cast comes out. And this might be where I lose the Necromancer, actually. But anyway, we want to get it... Oh, that's right! Gift to the Necromancer is used! That massive Orc army! All these whites used to be, goblins. That's right! I'm a little annoyed I missed that, honestly. But, yeah. Oh, and the Great Goblin! You think that would be hilarious if it was a fat white. I would have loved it if it was a fat white. Anyway, Gundabad Stone Trolls go in. If these were Stone Trolls, they're like 3 times faster than these things. So, yeah. Sort of a similar idea, the one I was doing. Well, what I said to do. But with Stone Trolls, we'd be at the fort and it'd be down by now. And he's dead. Anyway, Lucas's fortress goes down. We've got Ravagers. I've got 2 Crucible of... Crucible. I keep calling them Crucible. Harbingers of Shadow. And is this the last building? It is not. What has he got left? Oh, he's got an Iron Hills Redoubt there. But for all intents and purposes, Lucas is out. And that was actually a real useful... I mean, just don't clump. It's not hard. I mean, I know I'm guilty of it a lot, but if you're aware of it, just don't clump. And the Gift of the Necromancer, I mean, it's still going to get a lot of kills. It is that good. But, like, you might be able to get out, because the Gift of the Necromancer is really slow when it moves around. Anyway, from leveling Lucas's base, we've got 18 points. Let's see where the others are at. Let me see. They've gone for... What is this? Is this the weather effect? Okay, they got tier 3. Okay. Piggy's gone for the eco, and he's got the Horn of Erkenbrand. So, that's the left side power. I think he can go into Ents there. That's right. He's 5 points off the Ents. And the other Goblin player... The other Goblin player has very little power points. I think he's obviously killing very little. Yeah, the Iron Hills Redoubt did go down. Oh, mate, for the front line. So now, it is a good old-fashioned 2v2. Lucas is out, Cammy's out. It's just me and Piggy against the might of Double Misty Mountains. Sinathra's level 5, so her Feast My Children actually spawns children. Although, if I'm not mistaken, the young spiders usually feed on the mother, so... I'm not sure if that's true in every species of spider, I could be wrong. If you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that'd be a bit of a weird ability if they just decided to eat her. And I'm so annoyed I missed that Gift of the Necromancer. I should make a note of these in the replay titles. Anyway, the speed boost from Elfhelm does the shortest charge of all time because there's a worm right there. And it seems that they're making Orcs of Mount Graham and basically almost entirely Gundabad Berserkers. Anyway, Stitches comes out right in the middle of all those goblins. What does the Bile actually do? Does damage over time? Takes strong damage over time. Okay, I thought it slowed as well. That's just been my imagination. Excuse me. Row hit him. So AMM must be level 8 or something. For the front line. Oh, for the dungeon, he says. I thought he said for the front line. Maybe he does, sometimes. Anyway, I'm swimming in PowerPoints right now. I'm not sure what's getting me all the PowerPoints, honestly, but hey. Anyway, Urshak just fell over like a sack of potatoes. Oh, I think I used the hook on him. The hook is just a devastating hero killer. And Badira, unless he mounts up, this Azog isn't getting away. He has to mount up. You can't just do that. Oh, the fell wind! I take it back. I did have Borrow off cooldown, but I couldn't really see what was here, so it was a bit of a risk to do that. Let's see, some Orcs of Mount Graham, and there goes Darkness. Oh, really? I bought the tier 3. Oh, that's right, because the snow was falling. The snow was falling, and the snow is still falling on my screen. It's weird. I think I was doing that to counteract the enemy weather effect. Because Darkness is just amazing. Okay, that's why I didn't get the Lesh in this game. I see. Anyway, both fortresses reasonably okay. If we look at Mysterio's power points. Gorfimble going on a pointless attack. Alright, he's on 9. Alright, he's not really that close to tier 4. Alright, now he's got the Ents. Alfirian cutting through here. I mean, this does debuff around, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it just slows. Oh, and they lose leadership. Okay. I never really see people make anything. I feel like Misty Mountains need a lot more help in their tier 2s. Like, it's weird to say, but you don't really need Call the Horde for goblins. They already, like, the Goblin Town is already made really quick. And if you've got 4 Goblin Caves that he's got here, I'm not sure about that. And then the Jet of Arnor. Yeah, it's good. The White Wolves are actually really good. They're expensive, but they're strong. But I never see people actually make them. So it makes me question how useful they actually are. Now with these Endwives, I really wanted to do Trample, because Endwives do fantastic trample damage. I mean, they insta-kill things. It's like a Demolisher going over. And I see all these lovely goblins. And my Endwife goes the wrong way. And the Red Dawn! There's a lot of pikes in there. I wouldn't do it, Theoden! Look at all those plus. Holy cow. He's got like 100% armor buff from the Glorious Charge. Riders of Snowborn. Plus the leadership damage that the Aomer Horselord gives you. I know they weren't upgraded, but that was still a lot of pikes. And they all got routed by that fantastic Glorious Charge. This must be Videra here. A bit of an inconsequential attack here. I remember Piggy telling me, oh, we should go back and defend here. Maybe he was... I don't remember verbatim what he said. I think it was something like, oh, we need to deal with that. And I'm basically like, nah, we've got enough. Let's just go on the attack here. Let's go for it. We don't need to worry about that. So the Ent summon comes in. 7 Ents. And if you think 7's powerful, it fucking is. But remember, Firestones, any sort of fire damage, and they're fucked. 1 volley does about 1/3, maybe 1/4 of the fortress's health. He's got the iron plating on it, remember. So it's, it's all that damage even with iron plating. Anyway, I actually decided to change my mind, because my army goes the fuck back, because I realized that he's going for the fortress, and he might just get it. So I decided to actually send most of my army back. Which, I don't know, looking back at it now, I really didn't need to. The fortress goes down from all those Ents. Helmingus? I didn't know you got Helmingus. Nice. There's a Theoden heal. But yeah, I didn't need to send everything back. I really didn't need to send everything back. It wasn't that big an attack. Although he does have Azog on it. I think, actually, I used... Yeah, I did. I think I used Ensnare and took half of his Gundabad Berserkers. That's why I didn't need to send my army back. I could have just taken his. The wonders of Dol Guldur never cease to amaze. Anyway, the fortress is gone. Most of his buildings turned to rubble. I honestly think late game Misty Mountains has a problem. And these big matchups with the early game matters less and less. And you can actually afford to like turtle up to the stronger stuff. I think it really hurts goblins, honestly. He's got 15 points, man. He's swimming in it. I'm at 11. Yeah, I don't think there's a lesson for me today. Level 8, big Theoden. Anyway, with Videra's assault crushed, the mighty Dol Guldur moves south. And yeah, that's Mystero gone as well. And I think Videra calls it GG here. But yeah, it seemed a bit of a dominant display from me and Piggy, but there were times I was scared because every time we went to attack Lucas, the Misty Mountains would attack us back. And then Piggy obviously lost his fort. So yeah, it looked rather dominant, but it was actually, I don't know, it felt closer than it is looking back, I guess. Anyway, Cloud Break for Rohan coming out. Because I don't think Dol Guldur get Cloud Break. And level 6 Necromancer. Go on, do that swing, big boy. Fun fact, you can't actually heal the Necromancer with, like, good faction heal spells. It doesn't actually work. I think that's a pretty cool... I think because he actually counts as Sauron. And you can't heal Sauron. So yeah, if you're playing like a matchup and you're like, oh, we'll just heal the Necromancer. Can't do it. You can't do it. Anyway, and Videra calls GG. So that was a 2v2v2. We don't actually always get those. And it was a pretty fun game. So that's why I casted it. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. I will be back with more casts because I've just got such a good backlog of or such a big backlog of good games. So there's more on the way. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you next time.